Folks, we're back. This is Steve Sanson, Jim Jonas with another episode of Veterans in Politics. Today we have Robbie Hamdan. He's going to be talking about Family Court Judge Nadine Cutter. But before we get to Mr. Hamdan, Jim, you have any rants?
Yeah, actually I do. So I was talking, and then on Tuesday when you and I had lunch, Steve, and I've been talking to a couple people on Wednesday too, and they were saying, oh, well, I'd really like to get more involved in politics, but they're all crooks and criminals and thieves. And I'm like, yeah, and how did they get there?
Or racist.
Right. So, I mean, I'm just going to keep it very simple. One of my favorite people ever, Coach Gutowski, was my linebacker coach in high school. Mm. And he said, and I was not being my normal self, and I kept complaining, well, it's his fault. It's his fault. It's her fault. He said, take your hand, turn around, 3 fingers coming right back at you. So if you think all politicians are crooks and criminals, well, you know what? Shame on us. Maybe we shouldn't be electing them. And then specifically for today's episode, Steve talked to me about this years ago and got me to really, truly understand how important judicial races are. So with that being said, not really more of a rant than that, just more of a public service announcement. If you have a problem with politicians or your judges, like there's actual things you can do about that. You know, quit being lazy, quit making excuses, get out, be a part of the process. Because if you're not a part of the process, you're a part of the problem.
Thank you. That's it?
That's it.
Mr. Hamdan, how you doing?
Good, sir. How are you?
Tell us about you.
Well, what can I say about my situation?
No, tell us about yourself.
Myself. Well, my name is Robbie Hamdan. I'm a citizen of I take a dual citizen between United States and also where I come from.
Where's that?
Lebanon.
Oh, okay. I got a good friend that's Lebanese.
Thank
George
you.
Shahadi.
George Shahadi.
Yeah. George, what's up?
Yeah. What's up, George? Anyway, I do work and I have my own business in Nevada. I've been here since 2001. I'm an automotive repair.
Okay.
I have a repair shop.
You come to the customer, or they come to you?
They come to me, of course. Yes.
Okay. So you have a brick and mortar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brick and mortar. Whatever that they need for the service, and
what's the name of it?
Take care of that.
You're not gonna promote it. You can push it.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate that. The company called Quality Star Benz and Beamer.
Oh, you deal with high-profile vehicles.
Pretty much, and exotic cars at times.
So my Silverado, you don't even want to mess with that, right?
I mean,
it's like beneath you, right?
I try, but not. Mostly, we deal with all the German and.
The Germans too.
Yeah, all the German cars.
No American, no Ford, no Chevy.
I mean, at times we get one of those to help our customer because definitely there's. Every household they have 4 different cars.
A favor. That's it.
I try to do the best as I can, of course, in serving the community.
You don't mess with American.
Actually, my brother does. So we have another repair shop that does the mistakes, and I leave all that to him.
I'm busting your chops. Right?
No, it's all good. Like I said, I've been here 25 years. I've been here since 2021. And,
here in America or here?
No, in Vegas.
Okay.
And I love the city. I love the community, and I think it was a great opportunity for me to do the move, and I did it. But in every situation, you come, you learn new things and whatnot. So I think it was a great move for me. But other than just being here doing the work, take care of my kids and the community, and that's pretty much what I do.
How many kids do you have?
I have 3 boys and 1 daughter.
Nice. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ages?
Yes, 7-year-old, 8-year-old, 10-year-old, and 22-year-old.
You got your work cut out for you the next few years.
Yes, indeed. But you know what?
You want to start all over again, huh?
I love it. I mean,
who am I talking?
I think there's always second chance, and you try to do your best, but sometimes, unfortunately,
good enough.
I mean, no matter what you try, you gotta always push it to do the best thing. And now, when you have 3 boys and 1 daughter, you gotta be a man, step up and do the right thing for them. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So please continue.
Well,
Married, divorced, single.
as being right now and through a court system, getting a divorce, and what an awkward case. I mean, I never thought that I would have something like this because nothing but biased.
Who gets married and say, you know what? TikTok, bitch. 5 years, we're going to get divorced. Who does that?
I know, it never really happened.
You think you're the first?
I don't know. Maybe there's somebody out there that has that. But, I mean, to me, look, I'm a family man. I love my family. I love my kids. I mean, like, I go back to my mom and dad. You know, they've been married for almost 51 years. But, you know, recently, 3 years ago, I lost my father. So, thank you. And, you know, we come from a good family. You know, we're not, all we do, you know, just go to work and do the things we're supposed to. And like everyone else in life, you know, it's, you know, everybody get married, they have kids and try to live together, happy, whatever, you know. But in my situation, it wasn't the case. It was more like a greed, you know, people looking into money situation.
So what's your? Are you still married to her?
No.
Are you divorced?
Obviously.
What's her heritage? What's her background?
She's also from.
She's also
Lebanese? from Lebanon. Yes, but I think I don't want to go much in details of the situation between me and her. But what inspired to that was because the trust issue. And when it comes to a money situation, that's the hardest thing as well, too.
So she didn't trust you with money?
I didn't trust her with money because she's the one, she was involved with the money. And this is one of the reasons that I filed for divorce. Not because of any other situation. And there was a reason, that's a big reason, because if you take money away from your own kids to support someone else and not being known about it, and you find out that this is what happened, and on top of that, someone will deny it. And then when you go through that process, you find out there is more money involved than that.
So
and that's crazy.
Let me stop you right there, Robbie, because this is getting all interesting. Your ex found a boyfriend?
Not that I know that she found a boyfriend, no.
She was supporting a man?
But she was supporting more on her family, I believe.
Her family?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, you don't mind supporting someone, you know? And believe me, it's not just about the money, whatever. It's just the fact that person that lied and how he went about it. That's what make you do the things that you don't want to do, as far as, you know, getting a divorce, because it happened once and twice. But after going through that divorce process, I find out a lot more in that situation. So to me, that was a big reason. And I said, you know what? I can live with someone I cannot trust or sleep next to. I mean, that's so difficult. And I couldn't really, I mean, I want to try for my kids, but I just couldn't do it because the fact that person that
this was your first
lied
marriage?
to you. No, this is my second.
Okay.
Yeah. So unfortunately.
The 22-year-old doesn't belong to her.
The 22 years old, no, not part of that, no.
But all the younger ones. So the 3.
The 3, correct.
Okay.
And so I filed for divorce, and it seemed like I'm the bad guy, which is I'm not the bad guy. And when I went through the process of the court system and have a justice, yes.
Who's your lawyer?
His name, Tim, you referred me to him. I forgot his last name. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thank you so much.
He's doing a good job for you?
Yeah, he's great.
Tim, don't let me look bad. All right, just don't let me look bad.
I called him today, though, so to let him know that, you know, this is what I'm doing and whatnot.
Okay. What do you say?
No, he didn't answer, so...
Pick up your phone.
Maybe he's busy, whatever, so it's okay. But mainly, like I said, I want to go through the court system and get justice and everything else. Right. But it seemed like it was so difficult for me. I couldn't understand it because I'm the plaintiff, and it seemed like whatever I try and do, it really never worked based on what the court system's supposed to work.
So let me ask you this real
Yes,
quick.
sir.
So when you decided that, okay, I want to file for divorce, how long ago was that when you actually entered the court system?
I believe it was sometimes 2019 till now. It's still going through the process of doing the divorce.
Okay. So let me follow up with that then. So it should be a 6-month process. Okay. So once you went in 2019, now we're in 2024. This is still going on. How many more times did you file a complaint against your now ex-wife or vice versa?
I mean, I filed it within that year, but what happened is with the judges, they always have some calendars, and whenever that calendar goes to, and also sometimes I don't understand it much because I'm not one of those person that understand the court system, except, you have a lawyer on your side, which is, to be honest with you, I went through 4 lawyers. Tim is my 4th one.
Oh, who's the other 3?
The other 3, it was Lisa Sick, and there was also
She
Amy.
ran for judge.
She did?
Yeah,
Wow.
I think is she on the bench?
That was a mistake. But
I don't think she's on the bench.
Yeah,
She did run.
I know she
did
ran
run.
for judge. Okay.
also,
Why you said that was a mistake, by the way?
because I don't think that she knows what she was doing in the case. And I believe also I got referred by somebody else that said, she does this, but I think she was more...
She does what? What
not
is
a
this?
family lawyer. It's more on like personal injuries and things like that.
Oh, she was like a plumber trying to fix a light bulb.
I mean, I think
All
so.
right, I get you.
Good analogy.
But after I went through it, I kept saying to myself, there's something wrong. I mean, there's no way that...
Water and electricity don't mix. You do know that.
Right, it does not. And I kept saying, that's not possible. So I tried from Lisa to go to another judge because of the result that came to
another
me.
lawyer.
I mean, I apologize, another lawyer.
Right.
And I said, something is not right. I mean, the way how they went, and of course I was on Zoom. Now, everything you understand what's going on and things like that. It was more like...
Why were you on Zoom? The blue jeans thing?
The blue jeans
Okay,
thing,
with
I
the
think.
So how long this you're ready to divorce, right?
Yes.
So you're going through a custody process now, right?
No, actually, I have my kids.
Oh, you have custody.
I have my kids.
So why are you on the show? Usually we have people that don't like what happened, but you got your kids.
It's very true, but the idea that person actually left the country.
Your ex.
That's how I have my kids.
Oh, she
Just abandoned them. Yeah, she abandoned them. But it wasn't...
You should be a happy guy right now.
Well, thank God. Look, I am happy, but the reason why I'm here, though, if it happened to me, I'm sure it's going to happen to a lot of people. And my understanding, like my case, I talked to certain people about it, just to let them know that, this is what happened to me. Just to make sure I'm not like, hey, I don't understand everything.
How did you meet your ex, by the way?
I met her through...
Not the Lebanese lounge they got on.
No. Actually, I was at my aunt's house.
Oh, okay.
And I met her there, and her brother was there.
The Lebanese lounge or the Persian lounge? I forgot what some type of lounge you go on.
But it wasn't the case. I wasn't on one of those lounges at all. Because there, it's not that easy to where you say, "Hey, come on, let's go."
Let's go.
Yeah. So it's a religion thing. It's a process.
You Christian then?
I'm more on, they call Druze. So we take certain Muslim
Jews?
Druze. Druzi.
No.
Druzi.
How you spell that?
Druze. Druze.
You ever heard of that before?
I've heard of it. I don't really know much about it.
Is it a religion?
It is a religion, yes. It's
What-
close to Muslim than actually the Christian, but they say we take both sides.
So you're like a libertarian then? Okay.
You
You know,
can say that.
libertarian is Democrat, Republican.
No, I am hardcore Republican.
No, I'm talking about your religion. I kind of like today's show.
Yeah.
No,
So
we haven't even got to Nadine Cutter yet.
Yeah.
no, not really.
I
No.
was about ready to.
It's
turn it.
okay though. It's okay. It's okay. But I kept saying, and I talked to certain people, like I said, and they're saying, I never heard anything like this that really happened to you. And
With your
with
case.
my case, yeah, my
Oh,
case,
so let's
it's
hear
like
it.
one of the unique case they always say.
Maybe we haven't heard it all. Jim.
So, right. And from one lawyer, I end up with 4, like I said. And
So
each
okay, so you were saying each lawyer. Who was the second lawyer?
her name Amy Pryor. She used to work for McFarlane Law Group.
I heard of them, but I haven't heard of Amy.
Okay.
And your
She used to work for them.
and your third lawyer?
Third lawyer, should I say it here?
Why?
His name Joe Houston.
Oh, Joe Houston. Rest in peace, Joe.
Rest in peace.
Joe was a very good litigator.
Yeah. So from Joe, Joe
Tim.
told me, yeah, I got him, and he's saying that look, there's not much I can do for you anymore because it seemed like whatever we do, we're fighting the judge.
Okay, so tell me what the unique stuff that. And who's the judge? Nadine, right?
Nadine Cutter, yes.
That was the only judge you had.
That's the only judge I had, yes.
Do you know about Nadine Cutter?
Not so much, except I heard about it after the fact. But
You know, she's
piece of
doing
work.
the pull and tug in the judge's chambers, right, with her marshal, right?
Yes, I heard about it.
Yeah.
Yes, I heard about it. I mean, that it tell you something
Life
too,
has
though.
changed in those courtrooms. I thought they were all serious business. I didn't know they had some S&Ms going on over there.
S&M, yeah, you're right. I mean, that's what really surprised me because I know through my process of that case,
And then she
had-
got pregnant.
and had a baby, right?
You're gonna look here, folks. You're gonna fool around, all right? I get it. You're gonna fool around, but don't leave nothing behind, and don't take nothing with you. Don't take anything. Don't leave anything. Rule of thumb.
Was she married also?
Yes.
Interesting.
Don't and family court
And the family court,
lawyer.
exactly. And she's
That's
trying
right.
to tell me
This is the new family court,
new
brother.
family court.
The new
right.
family court. This is Vegas. Go and hit it up.
How
come back.
embarrassing is that?
Oh,
I mean, you got a family judge trying to judge based on the family values, and you end up having a judge like her trying to tell us what to do based on a court or whatever.
and she kept the baby.
She did.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Well, I guess that's a positive thing.
Yeah, congratulations.
So I guess my next question for you then is I wanted to pivot a little bit and get more into specifics. So you originally entered into the family court system in 2019. Okay, well, you're currently divorced. You currently have your kids, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what exactly is the issue with Nadine Cutter? It seems like you're doing all right.
Well,
Compared to the horrific stories that Steve and I have heard over the
no.
years.
like he's back
Nadine
behind
Cutter,
you.
because she was, whatever reason, she didn't like me. She was biased.
But what specifically in your case is like you're still upset about?
Because one thing, far as the divorce issue, we have a date as a religion.
Let me ask you something before you answer. Is your case closed?
Not yet.
Or you need to go close it
Not yet.
before mom comes back from her 2-year vacation, want to come take the kids now?
I don't think she is gonna come.
You never know. And that's what they all say.
It's very true.
That's what they all
It's
say.
very true.
It ain't gonna happen to me.
But the issue in that case, what I went through and how she went and did everything about it, and I don't want to say it's some money issues or anything else like that. The case that it went between me and my ex she only been here almost 8 years of marriage, okay? Now, the fact that we were 8 years in marriage, but we got married here in the United States, in Nevada.
You
okay?
citizen?
I am a citizen, yes, sir.
Is your wife a citizen?
Right now, this is funny thing too, because sometimes, like I said, when you go through your process and how everything inspired to all of this, because the minute she became, in 2019, that's when the trouble kind of started it. Like she got her citizenship, kind of.
Were you a citizen prior to her becoming a citizen?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh, so she got citizenship. She didn't need you anymore.
That's correct. She
She's
doesn't
not.
need me. She doesn't need me at all. But when you're speaking of the case, everything I had done and I told them, she wasn't listening to. She always does whatever she wanted in court and everything else. And to your questions, why what she did, the biggest thing at the end of that, it was the money issue that I have to pay. It had to do with the spousal support. The funny thing is, the spousal support, it's based on the length of marriage, right? And pretty much what you do as far as money-wise and everything else. In my case, there's no official documents to prove of anything. They just went beyond and did what they need to do, how they did it, based on what the number she came up with. Okay, because she believed what she was saying compared to me.
So the judge, Nadine Cutter didn't go through like and do a background or had somebody from the court do a background on your actual finances.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Because when we went through, I think with Lisa Sick, they went to the trial. Like I said, that trial, it wasn't a trial to me because I don't understand everything because of the blue jeans and how everything it was about it because of COVID and whatnot. And every time I try to say, hey, I'm not understanding or hearing things, they think like I'm joking or making excuses. But it wasn't the case. So anyway, when a person abandoned their kids and left the country and everything else, right? And not knowing exactly what that person does or do because they're out of the country.
She's not going to come back and say, hey, I left because of my safety.
Right. No, nothing like that at all. So she came up about a number that she thought that I'm a millionaire, that I have to pay $2,900 a month. Okay?
That's a good number.
$2,900 a month. But also I have the kids, okay?
Oh, you paying alimony?
Yeah, pretty much it was the alimony. And I was surprised by it because I don't know where they get these numbers. I mean, they didn't check my tax record. They didn't look at any of that.
They didn't look at your income?
They didn't look at my incomes. They didn't do nothing at all, whatsoever. Nothing. We just went to the trial. They said I think what the mistake was, I fill out some paperwork that, like, again, I'm not familiar with whatnot, and I gave it to them based on what my expenses was.
Yeah.
They took it as like I make $850,000 a year.
Do you?
No, sir.
Because we have a
wish.
donation in that.
I wish. I'm telling you, I wish. I mean, I do have a responsibility. As far as my 3 boys. I mean, of course, the house.
Did you
the
buy
business.
my book?
Huh?
Did you buy my book?
Yeah, it's funny because I was just about ready to say that.
Did you buy? You come on the show and you didn't buy the book.
I apologize. Well, now I can buy your books. That's no problem.
You know what I'm talking about? Did you get the link to the book?
Was it on? Oh, the one you sent me. I'm sorry. It wasn't on Amazon.
Yeah.
I promise I'll get it done. I promise I'll get it done.
They don't get the book.
I promise I'll get it done. But when I look at the numbers, based on that numbers, I kept saying to myself, how they get these numbers without they have anything in front of them. So after I went through it, I want to appeal what inspired to that date on whatchamacallit, when we went to trial. I said, there's something wrong. Yeah. I kept saying that there's something wrong. So anything that we go ahead and give to Nadine Cutter, she never look at it. They do me an exhibit, she never look at the case.
How do you know that?
Because every time we go based on what we need to do.
She doesn't know what she's talking about.
Pretty much, but she go to something else. Like she skip.
Have you filed a judicial discipline complaint against her?
This is when Tim's supposed to do on that. Because like I said, I'm not much of knowing so much things about it.
Did you remind him about that?
Excuse me, yes, I did.
How long ago was that?
It's been almost a year and a half, I think.
Remind him more often.
But he's saying he's doing what he's supposed to, but we're supposed to meet. We haven't met anyway. So anyway, long story short, when it comes to that numbers, it kind of surprised me a little bit.
No.
So from that $2,900, they said she would pay child support,
Okay.
right? So she deduct the money based on also knowing after the
So
fact.
wait, hold on. So you have the kids.
Right.
You got to pay her alimony.
Yes.
So she could give you the money back for child
For
support.
child support.
Why don't just say
But guess
you
how
get
much
this
each-
amount and don't worry about it?
But this is the thing. It's so funny because on child support, it's supposed to be 18%, right? Or whatever you're supposed to make. I don't know. But each child that I have from that money that I paid, they deduct $85. So a total of 85 on 3 boys, like $256 from the $2,900 that she gave her every month that I have to pay.
Why? Who you paying that to?
To the axe, the 2,600.
So all right, let me try to figure this out. So you pay her $2,900, and she gives you how much back for child support?
$285 or
$285 back for
something like
child
that. Yeah.
support. So why don't you just minus the $285 from the $2,900 and just give her that?
No, we minus that $285, so I can still pay her $2,600 a month
Right.
on the spousal support. And because of that number, I said it's impossible. I don't understand that. I'm not a millionaire to go pay her
Why are you paying her?
$2,600. That's what Judge did. That's Nadine Carter that made
If
that
you were a
decision.
male, they'll tell you to pay child support. You ain't gonna get no damn alimony.
You're right about that.
So let me ask something else too. How does the money get to her? She's not even in the United States anymore,
Well,
right?
they forced me to.
So that's where I'm confused. I'm like, where is this money going? Like,
So why you gotta pay her alimony?
there's a
Tell you
bank
to
of
kids.
Lebanon somewhere that I'm not aware of?
This
or
is the thing. It's
Beirut or
It's funny because the money that I paid, Judge told me to pay her on Western Union. So I gotta send her 10,000 and change through Western Union.
So you got to pick up the fees for that.
yeah.
I pick up the
That's
fees for that. Yes,
expensive. Western Union is out
Yes.
of control.
but on top of that,
So
she
what happened
blamed
if
me.
you stop?
Huh?
What happened if you stop? She's out of the
that's-
country.
That's the thing. I tried to tell them that, look, why should I pay when she's out of the country and I have all the boys with me?
Yeah.
What's wrong with
So
that?
so
picture?
you get the kids. You have to pay for the kids,
Correct.
and she pays nothing,
Nothing at all.
and then you got to pay her $2,600.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God! That how come you haven't filed on this judge yet? How come you haven't appealed this?
Well, again, that's thanks to you, of course. You sent me to
hold
Tim.
on. I want to make sure you were thanking me for the right thing. What do I do?
No, I mean Tim is doing all that.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
to go to
when,
to appeal and
you
go
know
to
you had
Supreme
30
Court.
days to appeal from the judgment. How long was the judgment?
Well, see, this is the thing. Every time we try to go ahead and do that, when it was with Amy, she wouldn't do it. She wouldn't.
What? She works for you.
She wouldn't. No, not Amy, the judge.
She wouldn't do it?
She wouldn't do it. She
Do
would
what?
deny every exhibit.
No,
that we
why
sent
don't
her.
you appeal it to the Supreme Court?
Well, again, I talked to the lawyer supposed to do that, and they said, yeah, we can appeal it and all that. But you
Because
know,
it's supposed
again,
to be 30 days from the date of judgment.
I'll be honest with you. A lot of
Did
people,
you have judgment? Do you have judgment?
yes.
So you have a judgment. What's the date of the judgment?
I mean, I can't remember now when it was, but
What do you think it is, ballpark?
I know when I left Lisa on that trial, that's when I told him I need to appeal. I think it was sometimes in March of 2020 or something like that.
2020?
Yeah,
What year is this, Jim? I'm confused.
2024.
2024.
What? You
Yeah.
can't appeal now.
Yeah.
The statute runs out.
It's very true. It's very true.
So what are you going to do? I wouldn't pay shit, to tell you the truth. I wouldn't pay a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
I say, you won't come over here. Come over here. This is where venue is. Venue is right here.
Right.
Jurisdiction is right here, state of Nevada. Come on over here and sue me for your freaking alimony.
She won't. Well, this is the funny thing too. The judge, when I stopped paying,
The judge is monitoring your case? Judges have thousands of cases.
well, let me tell you. No, I'm telling you, it's funny because she even went on LinkedIn, Nadine Carter,
So what? The judge getting a cut? Because why would the judge be all personally
I'm telling
involved
you, it's
for?
all become very personal.
We should get a cut from this?
I wish I could tell you, but
Why would she care
She-
if there's no motion filed in front of her?
I think there was a lot of motion that filed, but she just didn't care. Even like when I told her I got married through the religion stuff, and we got married here, she denied that. I said, well, this is the marriage certificate.
Did you have a license? Marriage license?
Yeah.
Stop just a second. So she denied, let's back up just a quick second. Sorry, Steve. Let me understand this a little bit more clearly. So the judge denied the marriage
Here.
Yes. Okay. So then,
So what are you paying alimony for?
yeah, I was going to say, so like,
Because they took, based on the immigration law between Lebanon and here, I guess they took it as that's where we got married. But I told them this is the date we got engaged to be married here in the U.S., and that's where we got married.
So you got a marriage license from where?
Nevada.
So you do have a marriage license.
Yes, sir. I have a marriage certificate. I gave it to them.
Did you get married here?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so what's the problem?
Yes, sir. We got married in 2019, sometimes.
Okay.
No, sorry, 16,
So
2016.
you're legally married to her.
Yes.
She left the country. She abandoned the kids.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pay a goddamn dime.
But this is the thing. When I was
I don't care who's monitoring this shit.
But
I won't pay shit.
But she-
because check this out. She has to tell mom to come over here and be in court if she wants her money. Mom can't do no thing on no Zoom call in international lines into another country.
But this is what happened.
Stop paying.
Well, again, you
You know what? Give me all that money that you're paying her, put it in my account, and I'll hold it for you.
No, hold on. You don't need to give it all to Steve. Let's split it in half. There's two of us here.
Stop paying.
Again,
Because mom has to come here and mom has to file.
she trying to put me in jail.
Stop paying. I like to see her lock you up.
Well,
Stop paying.
she locked me up in the courtroom.
What you mean she locks you up?
She
in the
locked the
courtroom?
door in the courtroom till I paid the money.
Oh, get out of it. She held you hostage?
Yes.
And you haven't filed anything? I would have filed something with the FBI. That's kidnapping.
So yeah, who locked you up though? Nadine?
Nadine, she locked the door
So she
in
held
the
you-
courtroom.
She held you against your will.
Yes, she did.
Were you arrested? Were you Miranda rights read
No,
to you?
I wasn't doing anything
Why don't
except
you
go.
file? Jim, why are you sitting here? I would have got her in so many doggone criminal case. I would have went to the DA's office.
Again, I don't know much of anything.
Well, now you know.
No, I know, but he's working on it. Your boy's working on it.
He's working on what? To get criminal charges filed against her? What is he working on?
Honestly, I guess I left it with Tim, and Tim, he's supposed to do whatever he needs to do based
so
on.
let me get this straight. Let me get this straight.
Yeah.
So you pay $2,900 a month for alimony to a woman that left the country, abandoned her 3 kids that you're taking care of. The judge is monitoring if you're paying her or not when there's no motions filed before her.
Yep.
And she locks you up in the courtroom against your will.
Yes, sir.
And you haven't filed a goddamn thing against her?
Well, Tim supposedly
Do you
filing.
have a picture of her in your garage throwing darts at her? Because I would have had some kind of thing set up.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm just going through the court system on whatever law that's supposed to be working on your behalf.
Is there any more, Robbie?
Oh yeah, there is a lot more.
A lot.
So during that courtroom, I think you probably, if you get the videos, you probably see the videos. When she was trying to tell me, because she think I'm a liar, she forced me also Nadine Cutter, that judge forced me to go on my phone, call in the bank right there and then, and transfer the money from my phone to her console in the computer, this is against the law.
She can't force you to do that.
She did it. She told me to do that. Go on the phone and do this.
you see,
And let me tell you, when she locked me in the courtroom,
People.
she went in the room.
Hold on a second. People, the only way these behaviors change is that you, the citizen, report it. If you don't report it, these judges normalize bad behavior. And that's exactly, and she'll do it to the next person, and the next person, and the next person, until somebody out there have the balls to stop her.
Well, Again, I agree with you 100% because if it does happen to me, it's going to happen to a lot of people.
Because this is a time for a vodka shot. Right there.
So, and she think also, I mean, that case, like I said, I can write probably a book about it. You know, honestly.
What else? What else you got?
So, the next day, I had to go to the bank because we couldn't do it through the court system because when she talked to the banker over the phone.
She talked to your banker?
On the speaker.
Why is the judge being so personally involved?
Again.
You did something to her, didn't you?
I wish I did, but I never did anything
She hit on you and you turned her down. That's what happened. You didn't look at her right. When you walk into that courtroom, you just did not have that look.
Oh, my goodness.
She's taking a personal interest in you.
I think so.
Mr. Robbie Hamdan.
I mean,
personal interest.
I was surprised when she looked me up on LinkedIn. I mean, you could see her there.
If I was you, I'd have put some cameras outside my house quick because she's probably doing drive. She's probably sitting outside your house right now.
You never know. You never know. And another thing as far as the case as well, too, because I have a property in Mount Charleston.
Does she know about that?
She knows about it, yes.
She wants to take that for herself.
She even told my ex that it's belonged to her. And those things, listen to this, and those things, I got it before I even was married to her. Right?
Did you prove that?
Yes. And like I said, anything I had done through that case, she never looked at it. When we went to the trial, after we went to the trial, we're going back a little bit, but after we went to the trial...
What do you mean you're going back?
Like back far as when the trial happened.
Oh, okay. There's no court dates pending right now because mom abandoned the children.
Right.
Okay.
There's no court pending or nothing. But
this is the moment I would stop all... I would stop all alimony payments and I would say, yo, judge, come lock me up. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I mean...
You got to make a stand.
I'm telling you, I got locked up in the courtroom. Otherwise, she's going to put me in jail or fine me for contempt or something.
You know, kidnapping is a federal offense, right? Yeah. You should have went to the FBI with that one. I would have. I would have said the judge locked me up against my will in the courtroom. Didn't read me my Miranda rights or anything. Violated my constitutional rights. Yeah. And I would go, there's an FBI Martin Luther King in, what's that street called?
Vegas? Which one is it? Martin Luther King in Washington?
Washington or something like that.
I think so.
If I was you, I'll go over there. I'll make an appointment online and I'll go over there and I'll go file charges against her.
But you know what though? After I hear about this judge, Nadine Cutter,
I don't care what you hear. She personally screwing with you.
She did.
Yeah.
She pretty much did. I know that.
That's what I would do.
What can I say? I wish I knew.
You came on the show, sound like you had everything going. You got the ex-wife all the way in a foreign country, gone. You got the 3 custody of your 3 kids, and you come over here and you tell us that you're paying alimony at $2,900 a pop.
Yes, sir.
And you've been doing that, and the judge held you against your will in a courtroom.
Yes, sir.
And monitoring your case like it's her own personal piggy bank or something.
I swear to God.
Get on the phone with your banker, which that's a personal involvement.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And then on top of that, she helped her counsel. Like she's telling them like what to say to me or to talk to me.
She's doing what?
She's helping the lawyer. That lawyer.
What lawyer?
To say what to say. Her lawyer.
She's not supposed to do that. Which is a violation of her canons.
Okay, but this is what she was doing. She was like, if I sit on the bench, ask me a question. Let's say he doesn't say much. Oh, is that what you're going to ask him? Robbie, is that how you say it?
Why don't you file a lawsuit in federal court listing all the civil rights violations this judge did on you? You could get her in federal court. Did you not know that? Not state court, federal court.
Wow.
You file a civil rights violation against her in federal court.
Now I know.
That's what I would do. If you don't want to go to the FBI, I would do that too, just to make my case a lot stronger. I'll go to the FBI. I'll file a claim with them, and I'll put that in my motion. Wow. And I'll file a case in federal court, and I go after her insurance because all judges carry an insurance. I depends on the judge. I think district court judge. I think their bond is about $250.
They're saying positive. You cannot sue the judge.
Oh yeah, no, that's a lie. You could sue the judge in federal court.
In federal, yep.
They have no immunity in federal court.
Well, now I know.
So that's what I would do. I'll file a lawsuit against her.
Wow. It's coming.
I would have been done that. And I would stop paying the damn child support.
Dude, she put me through a lot of miserable life.
I'm surprised your attorney didn't tell you to stop paying child support. Because that's what I would have done.
Well, the thing is...
I mean, not child support, alimony.
But no, see, the thing is, this is the thing, though. I don't want to say every lawyer is the same, but in my case, it's more today to any lawyers, it's about money and not doing the right thing where they're supposed to. Because to me, I think they took advantage of me in a lot of ways because, again, I don't want to say I'm naive, but I am naive to come to a court and all of that. You know what
and
I'm
most
saying?
people that enter family court are very naive.
I don't know anything.
And it's very emotional. And that's why Steve wrote a 57 chapter book on how you can navigate it without having to go through the family court system.
I'm telling you, this is like a learning experience, but it was the hard way.
The book also tells you how to sue the judge in federal court.
What were you, Steve, 4 years ago?
I'm not a lawyer. I am not a lawyer, but I'll be damned if I'm going to let the legal process screw me around.
But honestly, that's how I felt it, because if I went from one judge to the fourth one, you would know saying like, hey, I mean,
look,
someone got to do something, right? You know?
The first thing you need to get over, Robbie, is being fearful of the judge. Once you pass that, you could do marvelous things. It's like a fight. You ever been in a ring?
Yes, sir.
50% of winning a fight is fear. And once you get rid of that fear, you're good to go. The guy could be as big as that, and you could be as little as that. If you're not scared of him, that's 50% of the fight.
That's one of the things is I'm not to where I'm afraid of.
You are afraid of the judge.
Before, I'm trying to protect my kids because my kids, hold on, Steve, I'm sorry. My kids, it was priority in my life. They were young. When she left those kids, the younger boy, he was maybe 2.5 years old, that I had to deal with. My fear was, not because of the judge, my fear was my kids, where they're going to go.
Losing your kid.
You know what I'm saying?
But now you can't. How long has mom been gone?
Oh, she's been gone 4.5 years now, 5 years.
Oh, so that's abandonment. Abandonment in this state is 6 months.
To her, it wasn't abandonment.
6 months.
She'd been gone, actually, when we went through that court.
That's 6 months.
She never came to the United
According
States.
to the law, it's 6 months of abandonment.
They said it's not abandonment.
The other parent gets the child. Has she seen the child? Has she seen the children?
No,
Does she have visitation rates?
No, on WhatsApp.
That's it.
That's it.
She doesn't visit them.
Nothing.
She doesn't send them any presents.
Nothing. Not even a birthday wish.
There you go.
But
I wouldn't worry about it anymore. You got your kids. I wouldn't worry about that anymore. I'd go after that judge.
But you know what she said? You know what she said to me?
What?
She said, long as that she called them, she talked to them, she see them, that's not abandonment.
Who said that?
The judge. The judge said that. I said, how is that abandonment when she's been gone? Mm-hmm. And through the whole case process, she's been out of the country.
That's abandonment. And look up the word, too, for family court and see what it tells you.
Steve, I'm telling you, man, it just weird.
Anything else going on? Because I'm all riled up with everything you said so far.
Yeah, I was going to say, usually Steve's relaxed like me. He's all,
Well, I mean, I'm telling you the truth. This is what exactly happened.
Robbie, this is what I would do. I would stop paying that damn child support. I mean, not child support.
Spousal support.
So I would, how long you been paying it so far?
Well, I already gave her about $56,000.
I would stop because all she's going to do is take that money you gave her and use it against you. Yeah. I would stop.
Well, I mean, she's living the dream.
I would. Well, not offer your dime anymore.
Well,
right?
Think about this, though. The money, when it comes between, and this is what I told also the judge and my lawyer. I said, listen, the money that I'm giving her there compared to the dollar. So if the dollar worth 85,000 pound lira, it's worth a lot more. It's like you're giving her...
Talking about the exchange
money.
Exchange.
So you're talking about she can get 3 maids and a driver and a cook and a butler and everything else.
Why are you doing this, Robbie?
Huh?
Take that $2,900, right, that you're paying every month, get yourself a damn good lawyer, and donate to veterans in politics, and you make out really quick and easy.
Sound fair. Sound fair. But
then that $2,900 you're sending over there, I wouldn't do it.
I couldn't believe it. But her lawyer went and said, you got to pay the $45,000 right now, because that's when I was trying to say I don't want to pay or whatever. But this is, again, you rely on your lawyer to supposed to do the right thing and saying, hey, why are you paying her while she's out of the country? They said, if you don't pay her, she hold you in contempt.
How's she going to hold you in contempt from Lebanon?
That's what the judge says.
How is she? She has to come here.
Because she have a lawyer.
She has to come here and file a motion.
Well, her lawyer filed a motion.
She has to be here.
Without signature, without anything.
She has to be here.
Well, that's why I'm still fighting that case.
Yeah, because I mean, and Steve, I really do apologize for that. It's you've explained it to me a million times. I'm still forgetting, but they do this all the time to military people that are deployed. They tell them like, oh no, you can't Zoom. You need to be here in court, and that's a violation of what's that Navy Soldiers and
Sailors Act.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Sailor Soldiers Act, something like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't my case.
Yeah, they can't proceed with the case.
Everything I had done,
unless you're in the jurisdiction of the case.
Everything I had done, it came against me. No matter what I tried with that judge, she's not buying it. She wasn't listening. She does what she wanted it anytime she wanted.
You should have appealed your case 30 days after you got judgment.
I think Amy Pryor, I'm going to go back to that because
you would have known about it already.
Because the problem is, every time we appeal and we have some kind of exhibit, Nadine Carter, she would not sign on it or whatever.
She doesn't have to sign on it. You're appealing her. You think she wants to sign on it? Why would she want to sign off on it?
You know what funny thing too, though? Through in that case when she was absent because of her, action in court.
Uh-huh. I
wonder how it was, but another judge. We have to go to another judge because we were on the calendar. Far as the decree, that judge looked at it, and it's also on record. So when we were going through that process, through that court, the judge looked at the decree, and he said, who did this decree? He said, I did, which is her lawyer. He said, you better go fix that because I'm not going to deal with that case at all. And we were questioning why. He said, this whole decree, it's messed up. Mm-hmm. If there's other judge looking at that degree and looking and saying, there's a problem here, you guys need to fix it, go fix it. So nobody had done anything to it till they left it also to Nadine Carter. When she came in again and they put me on calendar, nothing that has been done or doing anything about it. Like I said, she has the most abuse or power abuse on me than anything. Abuse of power on me than...
And that's you should put that in your federal lawsuit against her. That's what I would do. Really think about it.
The only way I think some judges or whatever to learn to do something like this, I guess. And I believe in that.
Jim, you have anything else for Mr. Hamdan?
No, actually, I don't have any more questions for you, and except for, unfortunately, things worked out the way they did. I just wanted to leave it this. Family court in this state has been a problem for a lot of years. I have seen some progression to where it is getting better, though. And a lot of that has to do with Steve and the people that you bring in and try to educate people on how to correct this stuff. But we still keep hearing about things like this. So one of the things I just want to make sure that people know, and I'm one of the biggest offenders of this, honestly, not with family court, but just in general, and not following through and really pushing elected officials that violate your rights. And people need to get more active in that, but do it in the right way.
Far as, like I said, if I know more about, right now I'm learning as much as I can because before, like I said, I'm a naive, didn't know much of anything. I think if I would have known more about the case and how you can go about it far as, through the judicial system and whatnot, you can probably go ahead and do what you're supposed to. So like I said, this is like a learning experience, but it took me 4 years and I'm still learning. about what I need to do and how to do it. But just the fact that how she locked me up and how she went through the whole case and how she ruined my family and everything else and what she put me through, I think that was crazy. I mean, she almost put me on pills because not sleeping well while I'm doing work, when I'm taking care of the kids in school, doing everything for my child to be protected, right? That judge and the mother, they were waiting on me whether I want to pay it or not to see if I'm going to go
pay this alimony for, by the way?
5 years.
I wouldn't pay 5 minutes.
Well, I'm not going to pay any dime anymore because
got her airline ticket.
I mean, to me, it's crazy. But I went through hell with this judge. Through hell, I went with that judge.
Maybe you need to do some payback.
Yeah, I think so. Because I'm telling you,
because in 2026, every single district court seat is up for grabs.
Yeah, that's very true.
No.
I was aware of that. Yeah,
so
I was aware of that.
The more we muddy one, people would have the balls to jump in and run against.
But you know what? It's funny thing. Where's the chief judge? He wouldn't look at the case and see how that case.
Did you write him a letter?
No, I did not.
Well, how was he supposed to know?
I guess my lawyer's supposed to do that.
They don't. It doesn't go to the. It's the presiding judge you're looking for. Then you could get the chief judge. But the presiding judge for family court is Dave Gibson Jr. and the chief judge is Jerry Weiss. And they're not going to know if you don't send them a letter.
Right.
They're not going to let me go through all these. No, they're not going to know. So you need to let them know.
But I think, far as that judge, he knows about the Nadine Carter by now. He knows because I'm not the only one. There's 5 other people. I think.
But he doesn't know it from you.
That's very true. He doesn't. But
right.
But you know what though? Honest to God, it was more my fear, my kids.
It's like
that's where
I get what you're saying. It's like a boss with an employee, and the employee gets, this person says something negative about the employee, and it's true. And then this person over here says something negative about the employee, and it's true. So the employer goes, okay, well, one more person come to me and say something negative about you, you're done, you're fired. Maybe you're going to be that one more person.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I will do my due diligence.
Do your due diligence. If not, if you can't do it for you, do it for somebody else. But stop the bleeding, right?
Believe me, look, that judgment with Nadine Carter, because I don't know if I can speak about politics or whatnot, because I was going to try to, believe it or not, to run for city mayor of Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. And because of my situation,
I would have said not to do it.
Yeah.
Huh?
I would have told you not to do it.
It's not the funnest job in the world.
I know, but you know what though? Because what I believe and what I see things is going on in the city. And
it wouldn't be because if it was fun or not. I mean, it's a good position to have, but not to do it because of the contender that's already there. Because Shelley Berkeley, she's gonna win.
There you go.
So there you go.
Best of luck. I mean, they already knew that, and I already knew that. So.
I already knew that. So I don't want you to waste your money.
Well,
you're already wasting it by giving $2,900 every month to this person that can't even touch you.
But you know what though? That's the thing too. She doesn't know that I have 3 boys that I gotta take care of, because this is coming out of my pocket.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
To take care of someone I didn't even know what they're doing back home.
Right.
I mean,
I tell you, I wouldn't do it. I would do it. And if anybody said, well, you didn't pay, I said, look, I'm putting it towards my kids. That's exactly where I'm putting that, right towards my 3 kids. Her kids too. She's not putting nothing, so I'm putting all of it towards my kids.
Zero.
That's what I would do. I wouldn't pay it. And if she calls up her lawyer and say, hey, he's not paying alimony, I'll fucking file a motion to say, see, I curse. See how involved I get? I'll file a motion to say, hey, I want her here in court. I want her here to object to this. I want her here to object to it.
You know,
can't object to it in person.
But
then
isn't it supposed the lawyer know these things?
Some lawyers know what they know. Some lawyers will milk you for all you got. But some lawyers don't know shit.
That's what I feel it happened.
It depends on the lawyer. Some lawyers are greedy as hell, you know. Some lawyers just don't have the will to fight. They're human too. They put one foot on, and they put it on their pants just like you and I do.
But
right?
this is to me though, it should never happen. They should, like, let's say someone come into my work, right? And I told this person, you know what? You need brake pads, but you don't need brake pads. I'm just taking their money and without doing
you're
whatever.
a criminal.
That's crazy.
That's like a lawyer.
But
that's like a lawyer. You have something to file, and then they go, okay, we'll file it, and then they let your statute of limitations run out. And they go, oh, it's not my fault. Damn right, it is your fault.
You know what I'm saying? But this one, I'm going to go back to those lawyers. I'm going to also report them to the bar.
I would.
Also, whatever money I spend with them, I'm going to sue them for it too.
And there's a thing that's called you can file a fee dispute with the state bar against a lawyer as well.
I'm going to.
So I will file
because nothing that's been done right.
I will file a complaint against the lawyer. I'll file a fee dispute against the lawyer. I'll go to the FBI and file a complaint against that judge. Or if the FBI won't take my case, I go to U.S. District Attorney's office and I'll file I'll try to file an appeal with the appellate or Supreme Court if they would allow me, but at least I would try. And then I'll go sue that judge in federal court. Those are the options you have. You have all these tools, Robbie. You should utilize them and don't wait for somebody to help you utilize them for yourself. You should do it yourself. Don't wait for some. This is your freaking case.
Yep.
This is you. This should be personal to you, right?
For sure.
So then you need to be first in line.
I should be.
And if you're not, if you say, well, you know what, I already have my kids, I'm content, I'm fine. But then I'm just saying, hypothetically,
I'm losing a lot.
What about the other guy behind you? That's going to go to the same bullshit in front of this judge when you could have stopped it and you didn't do a damn thing to stop it.
Do you got any videos of my case at all? Do you know?
Did you send them to me?
Tim, what are you?
Did you tell me to pull your videos?
Can you pull them?
Yeah, I could pull them.
You could see all
and the cases are not supposed to be sealed.
All these cases that happen, you could see them on video.
So why don't you text me your case number and case name, and I'll see if I could pull your videos.
You probably have 26 videos from the beginning till the end.
Text me. Is anything on our YouTube channel right now regarding your case?
Nothing.
All right, well, text me, and I'll see if I can pull your videos.
You'd be amazed, because especially when she locked me up in the room.
Look, I'm already amazed, okay? But you stop yelling at your TV. Your TV's not going to yell back, okay? Go do something.
I will.
Go file some shit. I already gave you the tools. I told you what to do. File it.
I will.
That's what I would do.
No, I will.
You have any more, Jim?
No, I'm good.
Because I don't know how he got screwed up like this. I wouldn't allow that. I wouldn't pay that damn child support. I mean,
spousal support.
Spousal support.
Because this is.
I mean, it would be more legitimate if it was child support, but if she doesn't have the kids, I wouldn't want to pay crap either.
Yeah. But the thing is, the judge doesn't know even anything what's going on back home.
Well, it sounds like this judge had a personal vendetta with you, and
yes.
I probably would file a bias with the chief judge.
I'm going to.
That's what I would do.
I'm going to.
Robbie, look in the camera, and tell people, how they, I don't know, whatever your final words want to be, and a point of contact if you want to give a point of contact. Maybe there's some lawyers, some federal lawyers or prosecutors out there listening. Maybe they want to get in touch with you. Who knows? You never know what people watch these shows nowadays.
Again, there is a reason why I'm here. And one of the reasons, the way I was being treated in the family court. I don't want nothing happen to you like it happened to me. So that's why I'm here, okay? And saying about whoever got problem with the family judge or family court, and that's something that they need to do. They need to come on the show and represent themselves and talk about what happened to them. So if there's someone like myself, I'm sure there's others. And that's what we're trying to do here, to nothing that can happen to you like it happened to me. And come forward. Don't be afraid, okay? That's why I'm still fighting that case, because I know the way I was treated in the family court. And I want you to do the same thing. You come here and do what you're supposed to do, or talk about it. And you'll be amazed, because like Steve says, don't be fear. The fear is going to put you down. When you have that fear away from you, you will make something happen. Not just because of family court, for anything in your life that you needed to do. I think come through about it. No matter what it is, talk about it. It'll make you feel better. And that's why I'm here. It make me feel better. And now I can probably say anything about anything because that fear is not there anymore. So,
any email address or anything like that?
my email address is qualitystarbenslv@gmail.com, and you can reach me on the email, or if you want to get in contact with me, you can call me at my number as well, too, 702-862-6691. And whatever you want to talk about, I'm always ear and eyes. And I think if you have any other issues about anything, just email me and we can talk about it.
That's it.
That's it.
Well, thank you so much. Thanks, Jim. Folks, that's Robbie Hamdan. He was discussing his unfortunate dealing with Clark County Family Court Judge Nadine Cutter. Folks, pay attention to these judges and know this. You could do a peremptory challenge if you know what judges you're going to get before you go before them. The peremptory challenge, what it would do is it will recuse you from seeing that judge, no questions asked. And I think it's like $450 you pay to get rid of that judge. For example, let's say that you found out your judge was Nadine Cutter, and after you watch the show, you're like, hell no, I don't want to be in that judge's courtroom. Then you do a peremptory challenge for $450 and you get rid of that judge, no questions asked, and then they'll sign another judge to you. It only works that way if you have not ever appeared before that judge on that particular case. That's the only way it works. This is Steve Sampson, Jim Jones with Veterans in Politics. Until next time.